heard about open prison? Okay, all right. I've come across a lot of, documentaries about prisoners who live a life of luxury even though behind bars. Today we're gonna check out a life of prisoners in open prison who live in open prisons in Finland. So don't hesitate to let me know what you think about this video, and if there are more details to this than what is presented, please put them right there in the comment section. And also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, if you're new, I am Lauren, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. So without further delay, let's dive in and check what prisoners' life is like in Finland.
This man is serving a life sentence for murder.
I'm sorry, I'm a little body conscious, as you can see. I've gained a few pounds.
A dip in the frozen
Wow.
lake behind the prison is part of his regular workout routine.
No problem. It's okay. Okay, your turn.
Welcome to life in one of Finland's open prisons.
Wow.
There are no cell blocks here, just dormitories.
Wow. Prisoners come and go in their own cars. Are prisoners allowed to drive their own cars or own cars? Or this is definitely a direct contrast, because you don't see this everywhere. You don't see this just any day. This is amazing. Wow.
Inmates come and go in their own cars. When Matti isn't at the nearby university campus, he's in his dorm room,
Wow.
studying for a career in tech.
He's allowed to go out there and get education.
Books, marketing books, user
Wow.
experience, all kinds of digital and IT studies.
And we have this kind of normality principle that prisoners should be treated equally, even though they are prisoners, but they should have access to same services.
So prisoners have rights. So why call it a prison when they still have rights even though they are in prison? Out here in my own part of the world, prison is a place where you are totally, like, completely restricted of anything, any normal life. And there in Finland, prisoners have rights to live like normal citizens. Wow, this is amazing, guys. I've never heard of this, but this is definitely one of the reasons why they are the happiest country in the world. This is amazing.
Prisoners, but they should have access to same services and rights as other citizens.
Yeah, they sure are.
In recent years, Finland has been named the happiest
Yeah.
and safest country in the world. Citizens here enjoy generous public benefits,
Wow.
universal healthcare, subsidized daycare for children, and free college tuition.
Yeah, I did a couple of videos about Finland's educational system, and it was really mind-blowing getting to discover the benefits that Finnish people enjoy from the public, from the government. It's really mind-blowing, guys. It's amazing. And no wonder they are actually the happiest country in the world, because parents don't have to bother themselves about their tuition fee, daycare, and all those stuffs, and a lot of things that goes on. And it's really amazing, guys. That is great. I really love it. It makes me kind of want to be a Finnish, kind of fall in love with Finland. It's amazing.
College tuition. Promotional films like this, produced by Finland's Criminal Sanctions Agency, document how prisoners are
Wow,
eased back into
prisoners
society
working open.
with work opportunities and help from counsellors. And the incarceration rate here is one of the lowest in Europe, a quarter of what it was in 1950. In Finland, only 1 in 3 former convicts ends up back in prison. Compare that to the United States, where 2 out of 3 get locked up again within 2 years of release. A 2018 bill included sentencing reforms meant to reduce what is referred to as recidivism, but they only apply to inmates in federal custody. Just 10% of the 2.3 million people incarcerated in the US. Critics say the 2018 reforms are only a small first step and fall far short of the kind of meaningful change Finland is so proud of. The scale, of course,
Oh
is
my
different.
God.
Today there are fewer than 3,000
All right, you don't want to check the number of people who are still left behind bars in my own part of the country. This is really incredible. Wow.
fewer than
How's that
3,000 in the
possible?
Finnish prison system. The number of people behind bars in
Um,
the US is equal to half of Finland's total population. A reimagining of what prison looks like here started nearly 70
Wow.
years ago, when this Scandinavian nation began building one.
You know, one thing that fascinates me about Finland is the fact that most of these plans have been put in place. They've been initiated like so many years ago. And then, you know, you see them, you know, coming to light, to daylight today, because these plans, these ideas were actually invented. They were actually put in place for so long now, and now everything is coming to light. This is just amazing. It's not something that started yesterday. It's not something that started a couple of 2 years or 3 years ago. It's a system that they've put in place for quite a number of years, and that's really amazing, guys. Wow.
Of the most humane systems in the world. In some of the latest steps,
Wow.
Finland's Criminal Sanctions Agency is investing heavily in technology training.
The first topic is
You don't
what
wanna
is
say.
AI. Then the second topic, problem solving with AI.
And building a state-of-the-art smart prison for women. And even testing VR to provide an escape from the drab walls and
Wow.
fluorescent lighting of Turku, Finland's highest security closed prison. Mika, who is 10 years into a 15-year sentence,
Joo.
is walking through a 3D forest.
Kamala ottaa nuo lasit pois tiedäksä palata tähän todellisuuteen taas.
Wow.
He appreciates the chance to interact
My
with VR
goodness.
technology and learn the basics of working with computers.
Että sanotaan, lisään vielä tämän verran, että tämmöisiä vankeja, ketä on
This is so much more than one can ever imagine. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised to get to find out that prisoners in Finland actually get married legally. Like, this is amazing. This is just perfect. Wow.
välillä käynyt vapaana ja tullut takaisin, niin on sanonut ihan suoraan, että ei siellä pärjää, niin kuin, että siellä on niin paljon erilaista tämä kaikki niin kuin tämmöiset, että kaikki on niin paljon tietokoneistettua, että olisi hyvä saada sitä oppia.
We try to educate the prisoners to use digital services in a meaningful way so that it would really help them to rehabilitate, that help them to take care of themselves and take care of their daily affairs and the kind of things, the kind of skills that you
my
need when
goodness.
you read.
I mean, look at that. Having a system that is focused on educating, training, and, you know, improving prisoners in Finland. This is amazing. You know, back here in this part of my world, it's like you going to prison just simply means the end of everything for you, because everything about you is placed on hold. That's just it. There's nothing for you. Totally nothing. So you being a prisoner back here is like everything around you it's just the end for you. That's going to prison here means the end for you. I think one could equally say that it's worse than death. Yeah. So, but having them put a system that, you know, calculate that thinks the future of prisoners and the possibility that they might come out someday and become better people in the society. That is just incredible. It's beautiful. Wow.
Integrate
It's
back
amazing.
to society.
Now Finland is investing in the
Wow.
infrastructure to support that readjustment. A €34 million prison that many hope will set the standard for the future. No bars, glass windows, an internet connection in every room.
Prisoners enjoy internet connection, whereas even normal students over here don't even get to access the internet on a daily basis. Wow, this is amazing. How about it? Wow. So one can actually go to prison in Finland without even, you know, breaking a sweat, because this is not a prison. This is definitely a life, a normal day-to-day life for any prisoner in Finland. This is beautiful. Wow.
An internet connection in every room.
Imagine
And small touches meant for comfort.
This is our specialty is divan.
That is so impossible, really.
When it opens in this fall, the brand new facility in Hämeenlinna is expected to be Europe's most high-tech women's prison. But just across the road, a reminder of the past. The old facility, built in 1972, once housed both men and women. It shut down in 2019 after years of disrepair, mould, and other reasons.
This was before toilet.
And where did they empty it?
I take this and put there. The smell was terrible.
And just a few minutes' drive away, a relic built in the 19th century and modelled on the American style of prison that is still widely in use today. Cell blocks arranged in a radial floor plan, prisoners living in solitary confinement. This one is a museum now, preserved to show just how hard prison life here used to be. For Matti, the road to reform has led him to a career that he would never have dreamed of before. He connected with Reactor, a digital agency that designs online education courses. When they heard he was participating in this story, they invited him to give some feedback on the program.
I'm eager to hear, what did you think about the first course? What was your general impression about it?
It was shown quite simply what is AI, what isn't AI. So that was really good, and kind of like show that it's not about magic.
Seeing him in this meeting, it's easy to forget that Matti is still serving out his sentence for murder.
Wow.
In that time, he hopes to complete a university degree and start a business.
One way to get
Definitely.
kind of like employed is, of course, self-employment. So, and a lot of prisoners have already the entrepreneurial mindset.
Based on Matti's recommendations, Reactor is planning to add an entrepreneurship course to the prison curriculum.
It has enforced my trust in also this Finnish prison system, where giving chances to people like you, it's awesome.
After the meeting, Matti heads back to Louka prison. But he is excited for the future.
At the beginning of my sentence, I thought that this is there can only be negative things in being in prison, that basically life is over. But I think you should give people a chance. That's the most important thing.
Wow, guys, that was quite mind-blowing. I mean, I've come across a few documentaries about people living a life of luxury even though they're behind bars, but little did I know that Finland is actually one of those countries, and how much, not just giving them a free life out there while they're serving their jail sentence, but also having a system put in place that is concerned about their well-being, that is concerned about their future and what becomes of them after their jail is over, after their sentence is over. That's really amazing, because compared to what we see in this part of the world, becoming a prisoner or going to jail is just the end for you. It's totally the end, because everyone thinks nothing good is ever gonna come out of you. Nothing is ever gonna get to you. So going to prison is as good as being dead. Yeah, that's it. But it's really amazing. No wonder Finnish people are the happiest in the world, really. I'm really glad I got to share this out with you guys, and I got to find it out with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe so you don't miss out on my videos, and I'll see you again in the next one. I remain your girl, Lauren. Bye.